Hey, thank you for taking the time to click on today's video. Have you ever considered whether or not investing in individual stocks is better or worse than investing in stock products? I know stock products are everywhere. They're easy to get. We can check mark a box, put our money into a mutual fund, we can feel diversified, and we can know that over the course of time, that mutual fund should do well for us if we hold it long enough. But the reality is that when we're working with a financial advisor or fiduciary, someone who really has our best interest in mind, this gives us an opportunity of being able to rely upon their resource, their research, and invest in individual stocks for us. Now, what's the pro of investing in individual stocks versus stock products? Well, first and foremost, let's talk about fees. The reality is that investing in individual stocks generally is going to have no fee or a very low fee. In other words, when you're in a product, there's going to be potentially commissions, there's going to be 12b-1 fees, there's going to be annual expense ratios, there's going to be drag costs. When you own a stock, you're either A, going to be paying a commission to buy the stock, or you're going to be paying a management fee for that stock to be purchased and to be held and to be managed. But then let's talk about performance. When it comes to the statistics, from 1972 to roughly 2000, there has been a number of different tests run and watched and observed about stocks that pay dividends versus stocks that don't pay dividends. And what's interesting is that the stocks that pay dividends did 12.9% as an average return, when the stocks that paid no dividend only did about 8%. So what does that mean to us? It means that generally speaking, stocks that pay us dividends actually perform better than those that don't. Now, we all know that the market is not a static place. It doesn't just simply go up. That market is going to go up, it's going to go down, it's going to be affected by all sorts of various different conditions and news and so on and so forth. We know this. But the reality is that we want to be able to cut down on the high highs. We want to be able to cut down on the low lows. We want to be able to keep as much consistency as we possibly can within our portfolio so that we don't see these wild swings up and down in our portfolio. Well, when it comes to companies that have stock that we can invest in, and those companies pay us dividends, did you realize that those companies that pay dividends have what's called a smaller standard deviation? In other words, they're going to have less of a low. They're going to have probably less of a high as well. Now, the companies that don't pay dividends, they're the ones that have the wild swings up and down. And so if our overall goal is to reduce all of this wild ride that can so easily be created within the marketplace, we want to be able to focus on individual stocks that are paying us good, sound dividends. Not only is it going to be less expensive, not only is it likely that they will do better in the long run, not only is it likely that we're going to be able to sleep better at night because they're going to have fewer major highs and lows and big swings, but here's another thing. If you've never considered the dividend as being an integral part of your portfolio, please do so. Because the dividend helps you do three things. Number one, if you're in retirement and you have dividends, you can spend those dividends. Those dividends are the reward for taking on the risk in the stock. You can spend those dividends any way you like. Go on vacation, fill up your tank of gas, go ahead and buy groceries, stay in a hotel, spoil the grandbabies, do anything you want to do with that dividend. Number two, if you've never considered it, dividends help you to reduce the risk. And why is that? Well, let's say that we have two companies and they both lose or depreciate by 8%, but one of those companies pays you a 4% dividend. Now what you realize is that that's helped to reduce your risk. But number three, and this is a big one, number three is that it's going to help you to compound your return faster. Why is that? Because let's take those two companies. Let's say that they both appreciated by 8%, but one of those companies paid you a 4% dividend. Now you're slightly ahead of the other stock that didn't pay you a dividend. And you see, here's the thing. During volatile times, if you're still wanting to accumulate and compound your money, maybe you're focusing all of your attention on your 401k, punting money into that 401k every pay period, but you've got this IRA. Well, guess what? That dividend from those stocks can be reinvested, helping you to dollar cost average in your individual portfolio, just like you're dollar cost averaging in your 401k. I hope this video has been helpful to you, to give you a little bit of thought, a little bit of challenge maybe to start focusing on working with an advisor, a fiduciary namely, someone who has the specialty, the skill set of being able to look for dividend paying common stock to help you get ahead and have the retirement of your dreams. I also encourage you, if you like this little video, give us a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and the bell. We'll remind you every time that we have a video, and I encourage you, share this with your friends. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Matthew Johnson, and remember, it's up to you to make today a great day.